Hey everybody, this is Maurice Green, your entrepreneur and credit coach, okay, from GAD Enterprises. So today on Take Control Thursdays, we're going to talk about the credit. How do you really build a credit foundation, and what does that really mean, and what does it consist of? So what I want to do is give you some good information, but I'm going to expound on a few things as I go along. So what does a perfect credit foundation looks like? Well, I like to call it the 4 blocks. You got your revolving accounts, you have your installment accounts, you have your lines of credit, and one of the most important parts of having a good, strong credit foundation is actually paying history. Paying history is very significant, and we'll get back to that here in just a minute. But what I want to focus on is the revolving account. Those are things like credit cards, the department store cards. Now, I'm going to also say this. I do not like department store cards. Reason why is you can only use the card there. I don't care if you have an 800 FICO score, ladies and gentlemen. They still going to charge you 29% interest rate or 26.9. And you can't take a department store card and go and get some gas with it, or go and get some groceries with it, or go to a restaurant and eat with it. You can only use it at that particular store. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why I'm against department store cards later. I'm sorry about the little, if you apply for this credit card, you can get additional 15% off. They're gonna get you next month if you don't pay the balance in full anyway. So they're gonna get that 15 plus more back. Now, the type of revolving cards I'm talking about, like like MasterCard, Visa, Discovery Card, American Express. Now, I'm also going to debunk some of the things that have been saying out here in the industry is you don't need credit cards, they're bad for you. I don't know, maybe it's bad for some people, but it's good for some other people. Let me put it to you like this. Credit cards or revolving accounts to your credit is like air to your body. It's what keeps your credit going. It's what keeps it sustained. And yes, if you, and the bottom line is you want to get large credit limits. Not so you can go shop till you drop and make it rain, but you want people to know when you start. Remember, this is about building financial independence, and your credit is just the foundation. So you want to be able to get higher credit card limits. I mean, 10, 15, 25,000. And what do they look like? Maybe about anywhere from 4 to 6 credit cards with those high limits, being responsible with them, leaving the balances under 30%. If you don't like using credit cards, I understand that. But you have to pay you can put your light bill on it, your water bill on it. It keeps it going. You got to use it, and that's what fuels your credit score. That's the error to your credit score. Okay. Now the second part is installments. Now we all know what installments is. Installments are like houses, cars, personal loans. You have a fixed minimum payment for a fixed amount of time, like a house, 360 months. House paid for, that account closes on its own. A car, 72 months, when you make your 72 payments, that account closes on its own. It don't need you, so it closes. Personal loan, things of that nature. So we understand installment loans. Those are critical to your credit foundation as well, okay? Now, lines of credit, which is the most desirable line you can have on your credit report, they don't give lines of credit to everybody. So I typically like to say you need to have 3 lines of credit, whether it be one for $50,000, 15,000. The amount varies. Okay, so you want to get those, and your credit scores definitely have to be in a good situation. You have to have a pretty strong foundation built. And we got other things we could talk about. If you decide to even get involved with us at all, we could talk about those things in depth. Okay, now the next part is paying history. Paying your bills on time. That is so critical. You have to do that. You have to pay your bills on time. No late payments, things of that nature. That history, when you got 2, 4, 5, 6 years of history, oh man, that does the body well. I mean, that help build a strong credit foundation. So when you get to that point where you want to invest, or you get to that point where you want to build your business, and you go and try to get a business loan, they look at your personal credit, because they're gonna look at it. I'm going to bump all these things. I'm going to get credit without your social security number, only with your EIN number. That's, we're talking about credit cards, revolving accounts like Lowe's, Home Depot. What can you do with that? You can only use it at Lowe's. You can only use it at Home Depot, okay? So we're talking about building financial independence, taking control over your finances. And it starts with your credit, and you can build up on it. Once you get that perfect credit foundation, you can build up on that. and you can move forward in investing and in building businesses and things of that nature, because banks gonna look at your stuff and say, man, you pretty strong here, so what do you need? What do we want to do? We want to do whatever you want to do. We want to partner with you. We don't want to help you move forward. So that's what a strong credit foundation looks like. And that's what, and I'm excited about it, because I have built that strong foundation. Because I remember when I was getting these little $200, $300 credit card, that's played. You get a $500 credit card, you can only utilize 150 of it without affecting your credit. And if you go into a bank and ask a bank for $50,000 so you can start your business, really, and the only thing is on your credit report is a whole bunch of $1,000 credit cards that are maxed out or 50%. They might give you a loan, but they sure not gonna give you the $50,000. They might tell you, let's start with $2,500 and see what you do with that. So when I say take control of your credit foundation, I mean do this intentionally. Get you a mentor, get you a coach, somebody can help you build that strong credit foundation, somebody that knows how to get you high credit limits. That's what we do here at Gat Enterprises. So take control of your credit foundation, take control of your finances. This is Maurice Green, your credit and entrepreneur coach for Gat Enterprises on Take Control Thursday. I get at you next time, okay? Have a great day.